Okay everyone, well, welcome back for our first lecture video about Wufeng. So what topic are we going to talk about in this video?
In this video, we're going to talk about some historical sites and some family places in Wufeng district.
Okay, so maybe we could begin by talking about the Lin family. So I know in Taipei there's a Lin family garden in Banqiao, right?
Right, that is correct.
But did you guys also know there's a branch of the Lin family in Wufeng too?
Yeah, there's a big one. There's a big mansion located in Wufeng, and it's actually regarded as one of the national designated historical sites in Taiwan.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how much everyone knows about the Lin family, but apparently they were one of the 5 influential families in Taiwan in the time of the Qing dynasty.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
They were quite powerful, and they were rich peoples, and they have a huge impact to the local societies back at that time.
And according to our reading for this unit, I heard that they were offered a monopoly on the camphor sales in Taiwan. And camphor is a kind of tree, kind of plant. So that meant they were the only family allowed to sell the camphor in Taiwan. So I guess they became more and more wealthy and became very important landowners. And as you mentioned, now we've got the beautiful Lin family house in Wufeng. And so have you been there before? What's it like?
Yes, I've been inside the mansion. It's grand, it's beautiful, it's a very traditional styled house, and actually it was completely destroyed after the 9/21 earthquake, but they restored it a couple of years ago, so now it's open to the public. If you have a chance to go inside, they offer free guided tours, which explains a lot of the architectures itself, the artworks inside, the paintings. Every little details has its own story. It's quite fascinating. For example, like I was in one of the room, and there are 2 exits, and one of the exit to the outside open space is in the shape of square.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the other side of the other exits in the room, which lead you to another room in the house, is in the shape of square. And people ask, so why do they have 2 exits in 2 different shapes?
One's the shape of a circle and one exit's the shape of a square.
Yes.
And okay, so
You
what's
guess
the
why?
one's for men and one's for women?
Wow, that's a good guess. But that's not the right answer.
No. Okay, so what's the answer?
So it symbolizes that you have to be smooth, easygoing to other people, and at the same time, you have to regulate yourself with stern disciplines. So the square symbolizes stern disciplines. So it's outward. In Chinese, there's a saying we call it 外圆内方. If I translate it literally, means that outward smooth and inward disciplined.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of trying to encourage some positive aspects of personality through the building design.
Correct.
Oh,
right.
that's an interesting principle, yeah.
Yeah, you get to learn a lot of wisdoms from the ancestors.
Like, I heard something similar about bamboo in buildings in Taiwan. So if you go to a garden or a house and it's got lots of bamboo there, it's because they're trying to encourage certain characteristics. Like, bamboo is the symbol of scholars and intellectuals and sort of peaceful and calm. So that's why you'll find bamboo in buildings. Is that correct?
I'm not quite sure if I saw bamboos inside the building.
Or in the garden part, next to the building, in the
yes,
courtyard.
In the courtyard, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and there is a very nice theatrical stage. They actually have a couple of theatrical stage. One is in the garden, one is inside the mansion. And have you heard about the singer Jolin Tai?
Oh, yeah, I've heard about her. Yeah, she's pretty famous, right?
Yeah, she's pretty famous. A superstar in Taiwan.
Yeah.
She once filmed her music video in front of the theatrical stage inside the mansion.
Oh, cool. So okay, that's all about the Lin family house, which you can visit in Wufeng. And I also read that the nearby Mingtai High School was actually not sure if it was founded or was supported by one of the members of the Lin family, and they helped set up that high school in Wufeng. And so in the high school grounds, there's actually a pavilion on the lake, and apparently there'll be shows on that pavilion. And did you hear about why it's surrounded by water? Did you?
It could actually enhance the quality of the sound. It acted as a speaker in the past. In the past, there apparently was no speakers, so waters could help to enhance the quality of the sound.
Okay, well, that's interesting. And I think it also adds to the ambience or the atmosphere. It makes it, the lights will reflect on the water, and it sort of becomes more romantic with the nice lake around.
Right.
So that's another site people can see in Wufeng. And of course, there's quite a lot of paths that walk through the mountains. If you want to do a bit of light hiking, you can go up behind the high school and you can walk around to the provincial council. How do you say that in Chinese? The provincial council is Xin Yi Hui?
Shen Yi Hui.
Xin Yi Hui.
Yes.
Okay. So there's a lot of history about the provincial council as well. And is it still functioning now, or has it stopped functioning?
I think it acted more or less like a museum right now.
Yeah, I heard they closed down the government part of it in about 1998 or 1999. Students can find the answer in the reading. But there was some symbolization as well with the animals in the front. So there were a couple of lions in the front of the provincial council.
Really?
And do you know what they were symbolizing?
No, I don't. Enlighten me.
Well, apparently there's the lions and the dragon, and the lions are facing out towards the people, and they've got their mouths closed because they're supposed to be listening to the ideas of the people and the population. And being a good legislative assembly, they take the ideas of the people and then they write laws for the whole country. And the government, so that's the government, and whereas before there was a kingdom which is symbolized by the dragon, which a whole different system of government. That was the time of the emperor. So we don't have an emperor anymore, we have a government. So that's the democratic system. And so, well, that's a great place to visit as well. And of course, you can see people doing Tai Chi there in the mornings as well. I often see a lot of people in the gardens in front of the provincial council.
And there is a restaurant on site. Is still running.
Oh, yeah,
and
of course.
They offer a lot of nice dishes by using a lot of local products.
Okay. Well, let's ask 2 questions now about the video.
Okay.
So maybe the first question, I'll just ask about the name of the family that was important in Wufeng. Do you guys remember the name of the family? And have you got one question too?
And the second question, Daniel mentioned about there are 2 lions sculptures outside of the provincial halls. And what's the meaning of that lions? What's the symbolic meanings of the lions?
Okay, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.